welcome to another show, Sports Static. We're bringing you football from the fans to the fans. First Sunday NFL kickoff of 2019, and I'm telling you right now, it's going to be a crazy wild day. Joe, what's going on your neck of the woods?
Well, I'm excited, and today we're celebrating the 100th NFL season. That's 100.
100.
So I'm excited to be here with you guys. Tune in, we'll tell you what it's all about.
Wow. 100 years of the NFL. And we got crazy things happening. We're going to kick it right off, Joe, with some of the craziness going on. And I'm suspicious there's going to be another game, but I'm talking about the crybaby prima donna making everything up, forcing his way out, should not be allowed in the NFL. I think he should be suspended by the NFL because of his antics. And if this is the kind of behavior you're promoting in one Antonio Brown, then I got something to say. NFL's in a big amount of trouble, Joe, because if this is the kind of behavior you're going to condone with athletes and what he's been doing in the circus show he's been leading for the last 2 years, the NFL's in trouble.
Right, the NFL is in trouble. There's a lot of skepticism going on in that Patriots organization. Like, that, it's really weird. That contract gets done in under a day. It's insane to me, you know. But if it does go through and Antonio does play with the Patriots, man, they will probably be my Super Bowl winner. I might have to change it. So.
I mean, they're favorites. There's no doubt about the fact that they're favorites, and the reason why they're favorites is because they got Bill Belichick, they got Tom Brady. And until you prove that they can't do it, to me, they're always favorite and in the conversation because you know they're going to be in the playoffs, okay? So, but yes, there is a lot of controversy that surrounds the Patriots. And I'm going to say this right now because I know firsthand. You talk any of this stuff to the Patriots, and for whatever reason, they get cloudy. Like, they don't see it. They get very defensive, and they don't see it. Hey, easy there, New England Patriot fans. But they really do. And they just do not see where all this everybody's picking on the Patriots because they're good. No. This particular situation with Antonio Brown, come on. All these antics that are making people question his psyche, and then he runs around flying like an eagle. Oh, I'm free. And next thing you know, within 4 hours, the Patriots have a contract designed and worked out with him? Really? Joe?
I mean, I completely agree. It's mind-boggling to me. You know, Antonio Brown goes to the Patriots. You know, anybody but the Patriots. Come on, Antonio. What are you doing? I know everyone's trying to ring chase now, but, you know, you got to stick to your team. I respect players a lot more if they stick to their team. So, you know, hopefully it doesn't go through. We'll see what happens with Antonio.
So, I mean, when we're talking about this, Joe, is this something that we're just suspicious of because it's, you know, the New England Patriots and what happened or anything like this? Is it just us thinking that way, or is this around not only with the fans, but is this around the NFL?
Oh, this is definitely around the NFL. They're talking about it, you know, today like that's only big news. So, you know, there's a lot of scandals that have gone on with the Patriots, Spygate, Deflategate. We know what happened to the owner, Robert Kraft, what he's been doing. So,
ouch.
Yeah.
You said it, didn't you?
Yeah. I don't want to say it, you know,
right,
specifically, but we know what's going on.
But you said it. I mean, that's enough, right?
Right.
I mean, this dude was flying to different planets like Jupiter or something like that, you know? And supposedly, I don't know, he got a 15-minute massage. I don't know.
They got a little more than that.
Oh. I don't know. They're trading baseball cards? Yeah. I don't know, Joe. I'm new to this stuff. But anyway, supposedly he got takeout Chinese, wasn't it? Something like that?
Something like that.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Guys, I don't know what gate we're on. I don't know what gate we're talking about. All I know is that the gate's wide open again, Joe.
Yeah, it's wide open again. You know, is this another scandal? What's going to go on? You know, we're just going to have to tune in and listen.
Yeah. So, Anyway, I just wanted to start off right away and get right down to it because of the fact that I just think, first and foremost, I'm getting sick and tired of hearing this stuff about, well, we're athletes, but we're humans too. You are? Because, Joe, I don't know about you, but I thought we were watching aliens on TV, computerized graphics that were just playing a video game for us. I had no idea, Joe, this whole time since I've been a kid, that these guys are human, I said.
You know, it baffles me too, John. Honestly, I mean, these guys might as well be. I mean, they're from a different speed. They're great athletes. You know, they're gonna be put on a different pedestal than everybody else. So that's what I believe.
Because you know that Antonio Brown is a famous biochemist that designed certain nuclear facilities. You knew how he made his millions, right?
Right. He must be a genius.
He's a mastermind genius. Antonio, you made millions playing football, I said. Chill out. Play the game. Play football. Now all of a sudden, I'm not just a football player. I'm a person. That sounds so stupid. And the only stupid thing, Joe, that I heard close to that, I got to bring it to the NBA, Joe. LeBron James saying he's wanting a glass helmet, a clear helmet, because so you can see the person so they can better market themselves. And he said, because they're people too.
Yeah, I don't understand that. You know, they try to branch out into the business world, but at the end of the day, they're athletes at the end of the day. So you got to get your job done, and all the marketing stuff, you know, keep it to the guys in the upper management.
I mean, to me, I don't care what they do. I don't care how far out they stretch themselves, the opportunities they create for themselves, everything they do. But to actually just come out and say, we're human too.
Yeah.
Wow, that's mind-boggling. I had no idea that you were human. I thought you were a cyborg. Okay, I had no idea that you were. No kidding, you're human. But I will go ahead and put the alert out for you. And when I tell you this right now, I'm going to put the alert out for you, and I'm going to tell you. Now, that's not an upset alert for a team, Joe. It's not an upset alert for a team, okay? What it is, I'm upset. Genuinely upset. Guys, play the game that made you the money, okay? Do whatever you want to do, okay? Quit acting like a jerk and idiot. Remember something. Terrell Owens, Ocho Cinco, and other ones like that. What happened to them?
Right, and for people that know those receivers, I want you to look up their net worth right now. Look up Terrell Owens' net worth right now. Antonio Brown just voided $30 million. He just left $30 million on the table, you know. That's a ton of money, and I agree. You know, you need to be an athlete and play the sport.
And the bad part about it is what he actually did. I mean, that's the bad part, is what he actually did. He made a mockery out of it. And I can't see the NFL not stepping in here and pumping the brakes. And these aren't anti-lock brakes, because I'm telling you right now, these brakes are about ready to lock up to a screeching halt. This cannot become a trend with these players. This is a game, guys, and you're making millions doing it. And then you're going to play it like this. You're going to play it like this. Hey, hats off to you, New England. If you did anything wrong, I don't know if you did something wrong. If you did do something wrong, what I do know for a fact, is that Antonio Brown did something that leaves a little less to be desired.
Yeah. You know, I agree. And you guys look at it. It's kind of shaping up to be like a Golden State Warriors thing in the NFL now. The Patriots kind of, right? And, you know, it's terrible. I hope it doesn't get to this point. And I hope it's just competitive, because Antonio Brown going to the Patriots, you know, they already have that division locked up. And, you know, the competitive part and the, you know, the fun of it just kind of diminishes.
Yeah, I agree with you. what I want to do is I want to try to be able to keep up with everything going on today. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with these comments, but I would like to. Hey, I got an ad that went through. Great. So I want to try my best to keep up with comments today and keep flying around with you guys. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep up with you or not. Producer is not in the studio today, Joe, and you know what that's like having Dave in here.
Yeah, we love Dave in here. He definitely looks up all the facts, and he's a great part of the team.
So what we're going to do is try our best to keep up with everybody. If you're watching the show, guys, and you want to call in, I go through this every week, but I want to give you a fair opportunity to be part of our show, okay? So if you want to be part of the show, obviously, first and foremost, you can like the page, okay? Like it, Leap Alive, okay? That's first and foremost. Like the Leap Alive page, okay? Also, what you can do is you can find the Sports Static. Find the Sports Static page, and if you find that Sports Static page, you're going to be able to get on the show with us, okay? There's all kinds of different options here I want to get you guys ready for, and being involved, because it's from the fans, that's you, back to the fans, that's us. Being involved and having direct involvement with the show is something you can't get with these bigger networks. If you want to be involved on the show, go to leapalive.com/register. Register. You're going to immediately be given a phone number to call in. All right? And we're sitting here right now ready for the show when the call-ins to happen, and you're going live on the show. Don't be coming in here trolling and trying to sell some body lotion or anything like that, I said. Talking football is what it's all about today. So when you come on the show, make sure you're ready to talk football. Joe, with games happening today, what in the world are you most looking forward to?
Come on, is this actually a question? The Buccaneers. The Buccaneers. That's my team, you know. I predicted 3-0. I think they get at Jimmy Garoppolo today, and we get some interceptions off of him. We create some turnovers. I think Jameis plays well today. I think he throws a couple touchdowns to Mike Evans, and you get one to O.J. Howard, I'll predict. And, yeah, we come out of that one. I'll predict 28-17. Bucs win that.
28-17, the Bucs win that.
Yes.
Wow. That's a pretty bold predicament.
Hey, man. Got to be bold. We're bold on this show.
That is a bold predicament.
Yep.
What we're going to do, Joe, we're going to go through every one of these games, picking winners and losers, okay? And we're going to write them down. I mean, we have to. We don't have a producer here.
Yep.
Today, we're manually writing stuff down. So, going to scroll through a couple real quick, Joe. Any other breaking news you want to tell us about while I'm prepping up to get our materials to write this stuff down?
Right. Well, if you guys haven't heard, Zeke is contracted now.
Yes.
So you don't have to go pick up Tony Pollard off of waivers in fantasy. So, you know, Zeke's all good. Dak, we don't, you know, he's kind of holding out for a contract because if you read the news today that Dak actually has other endorsement deals that are giving him around $50 million. So he's keeping on the barn burner. So we'll see what happens with Dak. But Zeke is all contracted up. So I'm excited to see the Dallas Cowboys against the New York Giants today.
That's going to be something pretty special. And what are you expecting? I mean, what do you think? You think, okay, he's in Cabo, this guy, you know, probably underneath those tiki bars with palm trees on the top of them. Is Zeke really ready to, I mean, is he football ready, do you think? He's done this before, but is he football ready?
You know, I think he is football ready. You know, he's a great running back. I think he puts up great stats this year with Dak, and I think the Cowboys, you know, definitely get into the playoffs and make a Super Bowl run.
Oh, you're calling for the Cowboys to make a Super Bowl run?
Well, you know, not necessarily that they're going to get to the Super Bowl, but they're trying to win it. So we'll see how they do.
I like it. Now, I mean, there's still some things to be taken care of.
Yeah.
With you know, they still have some signings to take care of, but I do like it. I mean, it's looking good for Dallas having Zeke, but we just got to see what conditioning he's in. Are they going to go ahead and give him 20 to 30 carries? I mean, is he going to be touching the ball a lot? It's going to be very interesting to see.
Well, it all depends. You saw Dak's statistics. His numbers went up when Amari Cooper came. What was that, like the 6th, 7th week? So Amari Cooper's going to come healthy, and if they contract him, I think Zeke, a little of the pressure is going to be off him, and Amari's going to have a great year as well. So is Dak.
And they're all having the cash falling out of their pockets.
Yeah, it's crazy how much Jerry Jones and this ownership can afford.
Hey, you got to stay within the guidelines, but they're making it happen. But you know, Jerry's not just handing it to you. He's wanting to see what you're all about. I think he has that thing about him. He wants to control it, and he basically wants to see how you handle that. And I think that's the key on that.
Right. It is Jerry's world, so we'll see how he spends his money. So he is spending money on the best players, so it's gonna be good.
It should be nice. It should be nice. And those guys, I think, they're very lucky to be, getting contracts that they're getting and playing in Dallas. So, very nice, I think. Now, moving along here, we had the game that was on Thursday Night Football. And Joe, you and I both put up a dud on that.
Yeah. Honestly, it was a toss-up for me because Aaron Rodgers, I love Aaron Rodgers. And look, everything, we did put an L up an L, but guys, if you listen to the last podcast, we said everything that was right. We were like, Mitchell Trubisky's unproven. We don't know about the offense, and it showed. Maybe we underestimated the Packers defense, but that offense, the Bears, you guys need to tighten up because that defense looks good, but the offense didn't look that good. That's why, the Bears lost.
And it's interesting because was it the offense that wasn't that good, or is that Green Bay defense better than we thought that they were going to be? And that's the thing is the Green Bay defense really that good?
I mean, I wouldn't overrate them just yet, but it's hard. They have a good defense, but I thought the loss of Clay Matthews would really hurt them. But I just feel like Trubisky, that offense needs to get better. That's what I really believe.
Yeah, and I agree with you on that. The offense needs to get better. Quite honestly, I'll tell you, Joe, I was not impressed with either team as far as the offense goes.
Right.
I mean, the punters really had their work cut out for them in that game. The punters really got some work that night. They punted that ball. I think they said it was like 17 punts or something like that.
Wow.
Which is crazy. So the punters are the ones that really got their work. And I really thought Chicago was going to be better than that. And we both thought the score was going to be higher, didn't we?
Yeah, I mean, I thought the score was going to be higher at halftime, to be honest. I thought it was going to be higher. It was definitely a defensive game. Those games can be kind of boring, but, the offense, where was it?
All right, so we're getting a little bit of feedback here, and we are being told that there is an echo on YouTube. Okay, so we will definitely have to fix that, guys, and I'll find out exactly what's wrong with that. So, Joe, what we're going to do here is I'm going to, because we don't have a producer here today, I'm going to go see if I can figure out why there is an echo so that our fans don't get ticked off like they seem like they're probably going to pretty fast. And you can talk a little bit more about some of the games coming up here. And to start that off, Joe, you got the Rams at the Panthers. Rams are at the Panthers with who knows what Cam Newton you're getting.
Yeah. Okay, Rams at the Panthers. So, obviously, my Super Bowl prediction was the Rams. I think they're just completely loaded on offense and defense. You have Cooper Kupp coming back from injury. So, Jared Goff has all his weapons with him. If Todd Gurley's healthy, I believe, even with the addition of Antonio Brown on the Patriots, if that happens, probably not, I think the Rams win the Super Bowl. So I definitely am going to pick them over the Carolina Panthers. Carolina Panthers have a lot of problems. They lost one of their linebackers, Thomas Davis. They do have Kuechly. Cam Newton coming off of injuries. He just got injured in preseason, and he's also coming off of I believe a leg injury, a knee injury, or I mean a shoulder injury. I'm sorry about that. And yeah, we don't know how well Cam Newton is. Cam Newton's going to be. I think Cam Newton, in my opinion, is a little overrated. His 2015 MVP year, I think it's blown out of proportion a little bit, to be honest. If you look at his stats have gone down. I think he's a really talented quarterback, but I think there's ones that are more accurate and less injury prone. So I'm gonna have to go with the Rams on that one. So another game today that I want to go into is Eagles-Redskins. Eagles are another Super Bowl contending team. With Carson Wentz, again, it's all if you could stay healthy. I believe these teams can, definitely make a Super Bowl push. This team is definitely a Super Bowl contender with Carson Wentz. You got Jordan Howard at running back. You have Alshon Jeffrey. You have Nelson Aguilar. You just have a lot of you have Ertz. Forgot about Ertz. Can't forget about Ertz. You have a lot of weapons there. The Redskins, not very high on the Redskins. I think the Eagles win this game, and probably they're probably going to win it through the air. I think they throw all over the Redskins. So, but we'll see with the Redskins. We'll see if Dwayne Haskins can make a comeback or come back in or start in the week 6, which I believe is going to happen. So we'll see how his progress is. So another game. Let's look at the Vikings and the Falcons. I mean, this is another great rivalry, great game. I think both of these teams are going to be really good. I have the Atlanta Falcons as one of my sleeping beauties, so we'll see how that goes. I think in that game, I'm gonna go you know what? This game is a toss-up, but I'll go the Vikings on this one, just due to the fact that they're so well-rounded. They have Dalvin Cook coming back. They have Stephon Diggs, Adam Thielen on the outsides. They have Rudolph up the seam and tight end. Kirk Cousins, I like Kirk Cousins, but the Falcons, like I said in preseason, they're coming back healthy. Keanu Neal, their safety. They have a lot of guys coming back from injury. Deion Jones and Devontae Freeman's coming back. So, I mean, I think Atlanta Falcons, all the Atlanta Falcons out there, fans out there, I think they're going to be a good team. So I think they make the playoffs, and they'll be right behind the Saints in that division. So that's why I believe that what's going to happen in that game. So another game, we got the Bills and the Jets. The Bills and the Jets, Le'Veon Bell. We have Le'Veon Bell coming in, and we're going to see if Le'Veon Bell is going to, have like a 100-yard plus game, which I believe he will against the Bills, even though the Bills have a really good defense with Tre'Davious White. They have Jordan Poyer at safety. They have a solid defense, but I believe that Le'Veon Bell and the Jets are I think Le'Veon Bell is going to have a big game today. I really believe it. So I'm going to call 2 touchdowns and over 100 yards. He's trying to prove everybody wrong. And Le'Veon Bell is going to be really good. Who else do I think? Sam Darnold. I think Sam Darnold's actually a good quarterback, to be honest. We're going to see how Sam Darnold does. I'm just really excited for week 1, man. Just real excited. We're going to see the Bills quarterback also, Josh Allen. We'll see how he does. So we have all these young guys in there. Josh Allen, I want to do a prediction on him. I think he reminds me of Steve Young a little bit in the fact that he uses his legs. He could throw the ball pretty well, but I hope he doesn't get injured, because he does take a lot of hits last year, and he does run out of the pocket a lot. So we'll see what happens. So the next game I want to get into is the Ravens and the Dolphins. So that's another game that I think is probably going to be, it depends how Ryan Fitzpatrick does. I know everyone's excited to see Fitzpatrick play, but he is playing against that Baltimore Ravens defense. Like I said, I don't think he does very well, because it is a hard week 1 against the Baltimore defense that just picked up. You got Earl Thomas. You have just really good. You have really good a defense on there. And it's going to be tough for Fitz. So I got the Baltimore Ravens winning this one. Lamar Jackson, I think he runs all over. I think the Baltimore Ravens run all over the Miami Dolphins, and they're going to use the clock, and I think it's going to be definitely a loss for Miami. So let's get into what I said last podcast. the Chiefs and the Jaguars. So I think the Chiefs get knocked in the mouth. I really believe it today. I think the Jaguars come in, aggressively. I actually think Mahomes is probably going to throw an interception today, and I'll say Jalen Ramsey gets that one. And we're going to see Tyreek Hill back. He didn't get suspended. Damian Williams, we're going to see how that running back core does. Hopefully Sammy Watkins gets in on the action, and Travis Kelce. So, the Chiefs are definitely real good offensively. I think they improve defensively as well with the addition of Tyrann Mathieu. So, but I still believe this is going to be a tough game, but I still think the Chiefs are going to win that one. So, the next game I want to get into, because we're going to be getting into all these games, are the Browns and the Titans. So, you have the Browns that are just completely loaded now. That's the good thing about tanking, is that you can go into the draft and you can get all these, number one picks, and also the trade for Odell Beckham Jr. He's probably the most exciting player in the NFL, one of them at least, and he's going to get a lot of attention. Jarvis Landry's going to get a lot of attention. Baker, I think he does really well this year. They almost made the playoffs. The Browns almost made the playoffs last year, so they're definitely, they're a Super Bowl contender. It's crazy to think the Browns are a Super Bowl contender, but they are, and they definitely will probably get the win today. So, next game, we got the Colts and the Chargers. Honestly, these games are all exciting because you get to see how the rookie quarterbacks are going to do, or, the quarterbacks are just going to start, like Jacoby Brissett, see how he does. I think he does well. Too bad for him, he has to go against the Chargers defense, which is really good. You got, even though Derwin James did get injured, you still have the addition of Thomas Davis from the Carolina Panthers is huge. I mean, that is huge. Thomas Davis is one of the best linebackers in the NFL. They just have really good defense, good offense. We'll see how Keenan Allen does with Phillip Rivers. I really like watching Rivers play. I hope before his career ends, I hope he gets a ring. So we'll see how he does. And the Colts, Marlon Mack, I hope he does well, because I'm a USF alum, got to rep South Florida. And we'll just see how that goes. I think T.Y. Hilton has a good year. I honestly think Jacoby Brissett, looking at his highlights, looking at his tape, he's a solid quarterback. Very solid quarterback. I still have the Colts winning that division. So, next game, let's go into Bengals Seahawks. The Seahawks, this is a sleeping beauty also, because they just got the addition of Jadeveon Clowney. I mean, if he's ready to go, if his head is in the right place, I think the Seahawks defense is coming back to that Legion of Boom defense. That's what the management's trying to do. Come back to that LOB defense, because I know you lost Sherman, Earl Thomas, but you still have Bobby Wagner, addition of Jadeveon Clowney, KJ Wright. So you have a really good offense there, and defense there. So their offense, what I wanted to talk about, I really enjoy watching Russell Wilson, and I think DK Metcalf, I think he's going to be really good, freak receiver. So I definitely have the Seahawks winning that one.
Joe, thank you for, I think we took care of some technical things, and I'll be checking in with our fans and comments to make sure if that happened. I think we took care of some stuff. We'll see what happened. Joe, where are we right now? I see you're running through some games.
Yeah, so I just talked about the Seahawks against the Bengals, I believe, and I think they're going to win that game pretty much because they're pretty solid on defense. I think their defense is going to win them that game.
All right, so basically we're going to go back through all this. Thanks for hanging with us, guys. Part of doing live streams is technical difficulties. It's part of doing the live streams. So we're going to go back through some of these games right now. And what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and make our picks. Go right with it right now, Joe. Coming at you right now, Rams are at the Panthers.
Right, so we'll go Rams on that one.
Why?
Well, we're going Rams. Like I said, I think I just think that team is so loaded that with a healthy Todd Gurley and Cooper Kupp coming back, and that defense is very good. I just think they come out with the W.
Well, I'm going to tell you this. I got to go with it too. The Rams. I'm not sure who the Panthers are going to be, and that's the main thing I have. I have no idea who the Panthers are going to be this year and what Cam Newton they get, not only physically, attitude-wise. So I have no idea with that. You got the Skins at the Eagles.
Yep, I have the Eagles winning that one due to the fact I think Carson Wentz has a big game, and their defense is really good also. So I'm going to have the Eagles winning that game.
And I absolutely have the Eagles winning that one too. Again, we talked about this before. Really, the Eagles comes down to Carson Wentz. And can he stay healthy? The fact that it's also not in Philly, there's a big factor there. Redskins, I don't think are going to be much more than boring. And we're going to see that rookie quarterback actually get some playing time. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think he plays week 6. So we'll see
Week
how
6?
Yeah, we'll see how Haskins does. We'll see how he does.
Moving right on, we have the exciting game, a divisional game of the Bills at the Jets.
Yeah, I think the Jets win it.
Why?
Yeah, I think the Bills have a good defense. They have a solid defense. But I believe in Le'Veon Bell. And I think Le'Veon Bell has a big game. He's out to prove everybody wrong. So I think the Jets come out with a win.
And another, once again, thing there is Le'Veon Bell. What are we getting out of this guy? He's saying, give me the full load and everything like this, but we haven't seen any action at all from him.
Yeah, I think he had a rest year, and for running backs, that's great. So I think he's ready to go and healthy. So I think he has a great game.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm curious to see how he handles the load and what they do with them. He's great out of the backfield catching the ball. So, yes, that Bills defense is improved, but I still feel strong about the Jets and with their new acquisition in Bell to win that game. The Falcons, tough game, are at the Vikings.
Yeah, really tough game. I think it's going to be close, but I'm going to have the Vikings win this one. I could be wrong, but I'm going to stick with the Vikings pretty much because, man, their wide receiver core is good. Diggs and Thielen, I think they're really good. Kirk Cousins, solid quarterback, and then you have Dalvin Cook coming back, so I think the Vikings win.
And I'm with you on that. I mean, the Falcons, I honestly don't know. Julio Jones got big money, okay? And the Falcons are hoping to get those high number of touchdowns in the red zone again with Julio. Julio's getting doubled up. Some good things could happen, but I just don't know enough to tell you about the Atlanta Falcons and who they're going to be this year. I do know that Viking defense is still pretty good. It looks like Cook is ready to cook up some yards, okay? And I'm thinking the Vikings are going to have an incredible season this year. I'm really thinking they're coming back to the playoffs. So I'm taking the Vikings on that one as well. The Ravens, Joe, are going to Miami to meet Mr. Fitzpatrick, who had a jersey put into the Hall of Fame last year because his first 4 games. What are you thinking about Fitzmagic, South Beach, Miami sun, white sand between his toes? I mean, come on now. This is Fitzmagic ready, Fitzpatrick ready again to become Fitzmagic.
Yeah, I like Fitzpatrick. I think he throws for a lot of yards, but, going against that Ravens defense, man, with Earl Thomas, as I said last podcast, I think Earl Thomas gets 2 interceptions, at least 1 interception off Fitzpatrick. I think Fitzpatrick, he might throw a couple bombs, but I still think the Ravens defense holds strong and wins it.
I think Fitzpatrick manages the ball in this game. He's going to nickel and dime, and he's going to take the shot when it becomes available. They practice for this. He is the number 1 quarterback. Excuse me. I get all choked up about this Fitzmagic guy. I think he's great. I think he's learned this offense. He was going to nickel and dime that ball down the field. This game comes down to defense. The Ravens' defense isn't quite what it was. We're about ready to find out if Lamar Jackson can do more than run the ball and if he can actually throw the ball. If I'm the Miami Dolphins and I've had all this time to prepare for this game, what I have done is I've prepared to not let Jackson beat me with his feet. Instead, we're going to sit on him, and he's going to beat us with his arm. Because of that, and because of the experience at the quarterback position and all the time to prep for the game, I'm taking the Miami Dolphins to win the home opener, Joe.
Hey.
Am I crazy?
No, I mean, it's not crazy, but I just don't think Miami has fast enough guys to keep up with Lamar Jackson in that run game. I just don't think they're...
They're all fast in the NFL.
Look, Lamar Jackson's as fast as a DB. He's so fast, man. He makes fast...
Like a cheetah fast,
Hey,
or...
might as well be.
Because bears run fast.
Yeah, I mean, he's...
Alligators run fast.
Well,
in a straight line.
Yeah. Well, he's fast. Just know he's so fast.
Uh-oh.
He makes fast people look not fast. That's how fast.
I like that analogy. So
Yeah.
he's so fast, he makes fast people look slow.
Correct.
I don't joke.
I mean-
Very few quarterbacks with his style have been successful.
Yeah, well, they did make the playoffs last year, so.
He did.
So
They did make the
yeah.
playoffs last year, but
Yeah.
that's because nobody got a chance to get a good look at him.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens. I'm still going with the Ravens.
I like your pick. I like your pick, and I think it's a smart pick. But nobody's ever thinking about Fitzpatrick until he's Fitzmagic.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you right now, that magic Kool-Aid is going to be around everybody's lips week 3 again. Watch. By week 3, it's around everybody's lips. Here's a good game for you, Joe. You ready? The Chiefs on the road week 1 visiting the Jaguars.
Yep, this is going to be a close game. The Jacksonville Jaguars, their defense is pretty solid. It's pretty solid defense. I know they lost some guys on there, but they got some additions to that defense. And Nick Foles, I'm excited to see Foles play. Real excited to see Foles play. How that Foles to Westbrook connection is going to be. How Fournette's coming back. I think the Jags are going to actually be pretty good this year, but I have the Chiefs winning it.
This is probably one of my toughest picks this week. My toughest pick this week, because of the fact, and I've stated it pretty well here on this show, is I believe in Nick Foles as a quarterback. I wanted him here in Tampa, okay? So I believe in Nick Foles. Their defense is good. Fournette, supposedly healthy, okay? This is a real close game. I believe it's a close game. But, man, it's a hard pick. I want so bad to take the Jags at home. The problem is we got Patrick Mahomes with the Andy Reid offense. It's really hard to go against him, and especially in week 1. I mean, it's really hard. We've got one difference so far. This could be 2.
Yeah.
This could be 2. Can I come back to this game?
Yeah.
Can I come back to this game, Joe?
Yeah, let's come back to it.
I'm going to look for some help, okay? So I'm calling out right now. Somebody chime in with me here. Give me some help on this game. Make me feel a little bit more comfortable if I do decide to go with the Jags, why I should. Comment either on Leap Live or on Sports Static. Comment for me. Or if you've registered, call me. Call me. Joe,
Gotta call us, man. This is what our advantage is. You can't call up SportsCenter, ESPN. You can call us. We're just as knowledgeable as those guys out there. So call us up, man. We're looking forward to your call.
I'm not seeing. What do we got here? Oh, look at this. Okay, so you know what I like. All right, I love when we get women on this show because everybody tries to act like this is just a man's sport. Okay, And I'm going to tell you right now, no, it's not. We did some analytic searches and everything and found out that when you're promoting stuff and everything like that, it's 51 or 52% men engaging. Okay? It's like 48 to 49% women. And right here, we got the one and only Dana Cooper here, who I know is a football fan. I know she likes nachos and jalapenos. I know that. And she's going ahead right now and saying Foles. So, Dana, are you telling me to go ahead and go with the Jaguars and go with Foles? Are you telling me right now, go with Foles and go with the Jaguars? Because I'm like everybody else. I know how dangerous the Kansas City Chiefs are. Joe, you know how dangerous Andy Reid and the Chiefs are.
Real dangerous.
But am I asked right now and telling me to go with what my heart's telling me? Dana, am I supposed to pick the Jaguars here? She says yepers. She didn't say yes. She didn't say no. She said yepers. Yepers! All right. And I'm not going to go ahead. I'm not calling that my sleeping beauty. I'm not calling that my upset pick of the week, Joe. That's not it. But thank you, Dana. Because of that, Dana, I'm going with the Jaguars, Joe. See, Joe, look. We had to go out to the fans, okay? We went out to the fans, and we got the advice, and that's why I wanted to hold off, so I could get someone to help me out there, Joe.
Yeah, I like it. I like the pick. I really do.
So Joe, you took the Chiefs. This is a difference maker.
Yep.
And it might not seem big right now, but near the end of the season, when we're 2 wins away, and I've got a huge plate with 100 wings on it, it's going to make a difference.
Oh, man. I hope the difference is in my favor. I love the wings.
Favor or flavor?
Flavor.
You better keep that hot sauce off of your lips, man. You be coming to work with blisters all over the place.
Hey, man.
All right, Joe. So I got you down for the Chiefs. Obviously. Oh, okay. Wow. All right. Dana's in the office. So she said she'd call in, but she's in the office. And hey, more power to you on a Sunday. There, when you've got to check it out. Murph Man comes on the show, and I mean, out of nowhere, Murph Man comes on the show.
There he is. Look, put him on.
Murph Man, I mean, guys, you guys know Murph Man, and he is part of the show. We didn't do our picks yet with Murph Man. He's gonna do the picks on Monday Night Football opening week, and then we'll go back to the Thursday. Murph, what do you got to say for everybody? Can you sing? Can you sing, Murph Man? Can you sing? Sing a song. He doesn't look, it might be. Is the bright lights on? Oh, thank you so much. Oh, thank you. So, guys, if you don't yet know who Murph Man is, okay? Murph Man makes picks every week, okay? And he was great last year. I believe 13-3. So we put the helmets of the prospective teams on Thursday Night Football. We put those little helmets under the cup. Whichever one he knocks over, he's picking as a winner. He went 13-3. Murph, that's awesome. Give me a high five. High five. High five. High five. Good boy. Thank you so much. Can you sing a song for everybody? Sing. Okay, Murph. We'll see you next time. Guys, that's Murph Man, live in the studio today. Find him on Facebook, okay? Find him on Facebook. Last time, I think we had the Murph Man going in the comments, but find him in Facebook. It's spelled exactly like you see it on the screen, Murph Man right now. Joe, you have yet to experience some of these Murph Man picks, and I'm telling you right now, the guy is on fire when it comes to his picks.
I'm excited. I'm sure he is. But
he is on fire.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun competition, so we'll see who gets their predictions correct.
So Dana obviously in the office doing some much needed and important paperwork, and still had time to chime in. We appreciate that. And yes, Murphman did help you out last year. That's good to know. Murphman helps people. We had people from Vegas betting on Murphman last year. Big deal. Let's move along here. Joe, we're going in to the next game. And let's see, who do we have here? We have the Titans. The Titans at the Browns, Joe.
Yeah, not too high on the Titans. I don't really know how Marcus Mariota's, he hasn't been doing very well, so I'm not very high on the Titans. I think the Browns, they're coming in where everyone thinks they're going to win the Super Bowl, but, I think they're going to have some bumps in the road, but their team is so talented that I believe that they will win this game.
So you're definitely calling
Yeah.
the Browns to win this game. They are loaded up in talent. And what I believe is one of the best rookie quarterbacks we've seen in a long time.
Right.
He didn't start the season last year, okay? Still broke the rookie touchdown record for quarterback passing touchdowns. And he didn't start. Look for an incredible season from Baker Cookie Mayfield. That's a new one.
That is a new one. I never heard that nickname
I just
before.
made it up.
Cookie, huh?
Baker Cookie Mayfield. Could you imagine what he would think about that? I mean, if he heard someone call him Baker Cookie, you got the guys come, hey, what's up, Cookie?
I don't think he'd like that very much.
He wouldn't.
Because he's a dangerous man.
He is dangerous.
Dangerous man.
Did you see him shotgun a beer?
I saw it at the baseball game, yeah.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
That's something you had practice at in college days.
Yeah. He was partying his college days.
He was having a good time. Good, clean fun, right? Good, clean fun.
Good, clean fun.
Joe,
Yeah.
you have some good, clean fun in college?
Yeah.
Good,
Yeah.
clean fun.
Good, clean fun, Shotgun beers,
So you actually did the Baker Mayfield style shotgun?
Shit.
I mean,
Hey,
when I say that, Joe, remember how he opened the beer?
with his teeth, right?
That's
Yeah.
what
with
I'm
his
saying.
teeth, yep.
You did the Baker Mayfield shotgun style.
I didn't do the Baker Mayfield
Because you got
style,
nice
but-
looking teeth, man. And I'm just saying right now, I don't know if you're just slamming a can into your jaw like that.
Yeah, no. I'm not doing that. I'm doing the little key method. So
Oh, we might have to look at that on the show one time.
tune in. You'll see me take a shotgun on the show.
It's going to have to be an epic moment.
Yeah.
If we get to that, Joe. All right, so, Joe, I am telling you right now, I'm taking the Browns, and you guys are going to see something here this season, and I'll let you know right now. I would probably be willing to bet you, regardless of who they're playing, I will be taking the Browns 90% of the time this year. 90%. What does that tell you? That tells you they're a playoff team and they're going to win their division. Sorry, Pittsburgh. But that's how highly I think of the Cleveland Browns. Remember, you're removed from a team that was 1-32 prior to last year and then starting a rookie quarterback. Okay? And then you add Beckham and a defense. Okay, that might be, Joe, the defense might be what surprises people the most.
Right. Yeah. They just, they got Greedy Williams, so they picked him up. So they have a corner now, and Myles Garrett. They have some really good defensive players on their team. So I completely agree. I think they win their division as well.
Do you think it's going to be more like we know what we're going to see on the offense, but do you really think it's that defense that's going to surprise us a little more?
Yeah, I agree. They are going to be surprising because just you're thinking of the Browns, you just think of a team that goes defeated. So I think their defense is going to be really good.
And what exciting time for Browns fans.
Yeah.
For what they've been through with this team. I mean, the team moved away. The team came back. The team was done. They didn't even play in the NFL. Then they come back and look at this. I mean, new owners ready to go, and it's got to be really exciting. Man, I would love to go to a Cleveland Browns game in Cleveland because these are fans, man. They're there. win or lose. Think about how many losses. 1-32. It wasn't like you were at a Rays game and there was freaking 5,000 people in the stands.
Right. I mean, hey, I would love to go to a Cleveland Browns game also. I mean, I want to see Odell and Baker and then see that whole crowd of Browns fans get together. I think it'd be an exciting moment.
It would be exciting. Moving right along, Joe, the Colts are at the Chargers. Talk to me.
Right. I have the Chargers winning this game, but I think Jacoby Brissett is going to show people that, you know, he can play. He is a starting quarterback in the NFL. I think he's going to show people that. And, yeah, I still have the Colts winning their division, but I have them losing this game.
Well, Dina is, I looked at a post here. She's also going with the Browns in that previous game.
Yep.
Dana, I tell you what, you should get up on this and keep track of your record because, you know, we could use some extra money in here if you lose. So keep track of your record, or we could be sending you 100 hot wings. I'm checking it out right here, and right now, a couple different comments coming in right here. I'm trying to keep up with you guys because I want this to be interactive. It's a lot harder when there is not the producer in the studio, but we will do our best to stay up with you and make sure that we can get it all going. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I really think in this game, the Colts, if they would have had Andrew Luck, it would have been probably one of the tougher picks for me, aside from that Chief-Jaguar game. It would have been really a hard pick with the Andrew Luck Colts playing the Chargers. I know what you're saying about this Brissett. He looks good. Everybody says he looks good. Is he good enough, Joe, to bring the Colts into a playoff team? Because the people had them as favorites.
Yeah, I think he's good enough to make them a playoff team. Definitely. You know, he is unproven right now. I can't really say how good he is right now, but I just think with their offensive line, they're going to protect him. They have a running game now, so yeah, they'll definitely be a playoff team.
I'm taking the Chargers, though. The experience of Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers, when you watch Phillip Rivers, what I like about Phillip Rivers is he has a very quick release. And it really reminds me a lot of Dan Marino, which Dan Marino, I believe, had one of the quickest releases I've ever seen. When you looked at him with the football position from this to release, just snapped it out there so fast. And if you watch Phillip Rivers, yeah, it's an awkward motion. It comes a little bit out here. It's an awkward motion. But, man, he has a quick release. Moving along, the Bengals. Who are they? The Bengals. I mean, who are the Bengals, Joe?
I don't know. I mean, can you call them like the Red Rocket team with Andy Dalton? I don't know. You know, AJ Green's always injured, so
would Andy Dalton, the Red Rocket, would he be? I mean, would he succeed on a better offensive team with protection and a better scheme? Andy Dalton.
Yeah, no doubt he would. But you know, you're gonna have to work with what you have, and you know, their star receiver, he's injured a lot, so it is hard for Andy Dalton to keep, you know, chemistry with a certain receiver. But yeah, John Ross, we don't. He kind of faded away, but yeah, you don't really know much about the Bengals.
Well, I know enough to know that they're going into Seattle.
Yeah.
To face the 12th man. That's by the way, guys, we're into the 4 o'clock games, starting with the Colts and Chargers, 4:05 kickoff. Bengals Seahawks, a 4:05 kickoff on that one. I'm taking the Seahawks with the 12th man and Russell Wilson, Pete Carroll, getting that offense rolling. Not so sure what we really have in the defense, Joe, of the Seahawks.
Yeah, I think their defense is good. You know, you have Bobby Wagner, KJ Wright as the linebackers. Then you could pick up Jadeveon Clowney, which is huge. Still got Bradley McDougall as the safety there. He's really good. Yeah, you have a solid defense, and I have the Seahawks winning that as well.
Joe, moving right along. Could be controversial on Sports Static with the Leap Alive Network. The San Francisco 49ers travel to Tampa Bay, Joe.
Yeah, I got the Bucks winning that one. You
Hands
guys already
down.
heard my reason. Yeah.
Hands down.
Yeah, hands down, they win that one.
You don't see Garoppolo throwing the ball in the air and us having a weak secondary and getting burnt up so that no matter what we do, it comes down to the last possession.
Well, look, every person we picked up in the draft is a rookie DB. Literally we picked up all secondary. So that secondary, I believe, is revamped. So you can't, people can't be saying, oh, the Bucks, they have a weak secondary, because I think we improved. Bruce Arians, Bucks have this game.
What about the quarterback position?
Yeah.
I can pull up
yeah,
stats, and if I pull up stats on Jameis, and when I start doing that, and we look at just if I pull up stats right now and only look at Jameis Winston fumbles, just a wild guess.
Yeah.
Do you have any idea about where that number would be on Jameis Winston fumbles?
Last year?
No.
Career?
Career
Oh,
fumbles
wow.
for Jameis Winston. Now, he's not that far into the league, but we can just do last year and look, or the year before. But do you have any idea what the number might be? Because if it's a lot in a 4-year period, it shows a pattern.
Wow. Okay.
It's interesting, isn't it? Because is this still the guy we're talking about? And that's the thing. Is this still the guy we're talking about?
Yeah, I mean, look, yeah, you're right. He has to take care of the ball. He has to throw it away when that 3 seconds comes, and he hasn't proven to do that yet. But I said it last year, but I think Jameis Winston improves. And talking about stats, look up his passing yards. I think he's number 1. What is he? What number is he passing yards? He's a 5,000-yard quarterback, So I think he's right next to Ben Roethlisberger in passing yards. But, yeah, he just has to take care of his interceptions, his fumbles, and our offensive line is weak. Our running game is weak. So, but I still think we beat Jimmy G in the 49ers.
This is the tough game for me. I am a Buccaneer fan. Don't get me wrong. I'm a Buccaneer fan. But at the same time, I'm going to speak what I believe is good and or bad for the team. And I have thought that Jameis Winston has not been the best choice we could have made at quarterback. And reason being is because of the mistakes he makes. Typically, in the red zone, Joe, we get there, we could settle for field goals if you protect the ball. But he's trying too much, and that's where a lot of these losses are coming from.
Yeah, I mean, I completely agree. So we definitely have to do better in the red zone. And, well, the good thing is we're going to be making field goals. We got a good field goal kicker now. So, yeah, if Jameis can just minimize his mistakes, I think the Bucks could be a dark horse.
You're going that far.
Yeah, I honestly...
As the Bucks can be a dark horse, and if you look at it, remember just our division, that the Bucks being a dark horse have to be better than the Saints, the Falcons, the Panthers.
Yeah, that's just the problem. But I think just with our revamped defense and, we're coming back healthy. Also, we got Chris Godwin and Mike Evans on the, and we got O.J. Howard. I just think we have solid talent that we can be a dark horse. So.
Sorry, Joe, because I was literally sitting here reading on camera while you were doing that, and you were enthusiastic, and I didn't even have you with your perfect teeth on the camera for that one. You're really believing Tampa Bay surprises everybody this year. Not next year, this year.
Yeah, this year. Going for it. We're coming for everybody, so I really do think we're one of the surprising teams this year.
Okay, Joe. Jameis Winston, 2015, 6 fumbles. 2015, yes, 6 fumbles. 2016, 10 fumbles. 2017, 15 fumbles.
Wow.
2018, 7 fumbles. He's got a career of 38 fumbles in 4 years. Nobody does that. 38. I'm not talking interceptions here. Murph Man just jumped right up into the studio table again. I don't think I could find another quarterback that in 4 years had 38. I'm not talking interceptions. I'm talking fumbles. And it's just crazy when you look at that, because if I do go for interceptions, he's got a total of 58 interceptions in 4 years and 38 fumbles, Joe.
Yeah, that's crazy.
This is what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah.
How does that stop?
It stops from, Bruce Arians is the quarterback whisperer. We saw what he did with Carson Palmer. So, if Bruce Arians can't do it, Jameis is out. That's just what that's what it's going to come down to. If Bruce Arians can improve Jameis, then, I guess he's not a starting caliber quarterback in the NFL.
So we go back, and Jameis hasn't had the kind of year that we were talking about in quite a while. I mean, and here's the reason why, and I'll tell you this real quick and why. First and foremost, in 2017 campaign, essentially 2017 he threw 19 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. In 2018 he threw 19 touchdowns, 14 interceptions. Okay? Now, 19 touchdowns, let's look at it this way. 19 touchdowns last year, 14 interceptions, 7 fumbles.
Yeah.
That's sono.
Yeah, that's bad.
It's snow. It's sono good. So this is where I run into this difficult position right now, is a lot of sports analysts, former quarterbacks, former coaches have all chimed in and said, you don't fix that in somebody. That does not, by you've got 4 years, and everybody keeps saying, well, we need to look at them to see what we're going to do. Look at them? How many times you want to look at this guy?
Yeah, this is probably Jameis's last opportunity.
So this is it.
Yeah,
so
probably.
You've got Bruce Arians, where everybody's high on Bruce Arians, a quarterback whisperer. Does Jameis finish the season as a Buccaneer starting quarterback?
I believe he does. Yeah, I believe he does. If you look at it, our backup's injured anyway, and we do have Ryan Griffin, but I still believe Jameis ends the career as a Buck, or season as a Buck.
You scared me.
Yeah, season.
But that could be some black magic stuff going on here. I don't know. So, with all that being said, again, Joe, if you don't mind, I'm going to the fans, Joe. I mean, you can pull it out there too, Joe, and go to the fans, but I'm going to the fans because, yes, I want to pick the Buccaneers. Dana's saying Winston, fur. She's saying for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
She's not saying for sure. She's saying fur, and she's not saying fur like fur jacket. She's saying fur FER. But she's saying for sure Jameis will do well today.
Yeah.
Dana,
Nice.
All right, guys. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to show you guys right now, and immediately, right now, week one, immediately, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Jameis Winston loses the game today for the Buccaneers. It will be his fault. It'll be a turnover multiple times in the red zone. Garoppolo comes out sharp, being able to hit receivers, nickel and dime, all the way down the field. The defense for Tampa Bay is not going to be able to stop the nickel and dime passes with the young secondary. And Jameis having to play catch-up, having to beat San Francisco in the fourth quarter with his arm, will have a turnover to end the game. I am taking the San Francisco 49ers against my home team, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, just to show you what I really think.
Yeah, that's fair. But, guys, I want to give you guys an update, actually.
Oh, wait a second. Is this breaking news?
Yeah, breaking news. So
Hang on a second here. We have breaking news coming in from Joe. Breaking news live right here with Joe. Joe, give us the sports news update.
Yeah, so, I mean, injury updates. So the Chiefs actually, as I was checking on my phone, have, 7 players out. That's including Reggie Ragland and LaShawn McCoy's out, and 8 defensive linemen. 8 defensive linemen are active, but they have 7 people out. Man, I don't know if I want to change that pick,
Wow.
Yeah.
But I took the Jags.
Yeah, I'm gonna still stick with the Chiefs.
You
though.
got time, Joe.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick with the Chiefs.
You're sure?
Yeah, but I just wanted to give you all that injury update.
Guys, that's important if you're talking fantasy stuff. So it could make a difference. I mean, I don't know. We hadn't really spoke with any fantasy picks yet. Joe, we could do that, though.
Hey, man.
We will.
Yeah, definitely.
Joe, you're a big fantasy guy.
Yeah, I have 3 leagues. Yeah.
I'm not.
Right.
You got 3 leagues?
Yeah, it's hard to keep up, but it's fun.
Wow. I got to tell you guys right now, I'm not a fantasy football guy. But I do have some cool things for you this season coming up. And I am going to have some very cool segments for you for the fantasy. Now, negative, Cooper, well, I'm going to start calling Cooper Super Duper Cooper. Super Duper Cooper said negative, and I have no idea why negative, but there's something negative going on. So, Joe, once again, reiterate this, Joe. I am taking the San Francisco 49ers to come into Tampa Bay today. Okay, and it's going to be a hot one, guys. There's going to be a heat index warning. Luckily, the game's at 4:05. But I am taking the Buccaneers to fall short from a Jameis Winston turnover, multiple turnovers in this game, to beat the San Francisco 49ers. Joe, don't take offense when I'm not. Don't take offense to this, Joe. You love the Buccaneers.
Yep. And my prediction is actually, I think, the opposite. I think Jimmy G's going to have a tough game.
Really?
Yeah, I do. I think Jimmy G's going to have a tough game. I'm honestly baffled that they even paid him that much money. I mean, he was in the Patriots system. As I said before, that there's been a lot of quarterbacks that flourished in the Patriots system. And now he's with the 49ers. Yeah, I just think the Bucs win it. And I think they win it pretty handily, to be honest. That's my opinion.
And you know what, Joe? That's not crazy. It's not crazy. The reason why it's not crazy is because when you look, if Jameis Winston has a great game, look what he has. Right. It's not crazy.
Right, like they have a talented team. It's if he just is controlled and doesn't make mistakes, they can
What
win.
about the running back position?
Yeah, that's kind of hard because Peyton Barber and Ronald Jones, they had not great years last year, so that's kind of unproven as well. So, and our offensive line isn't very good, so we'll see what happens.
Again, Joe, not a crazy idea if the offense clicks, but you got to be able to keep points off of the board. Joe, we have the Pittsburgh Steelers with their unfortunate opening New England Patriots. They're going to Foxborough, and the New England Patriots, one day out of signing the biggest joke in the NFL who acts like he's playing Little League football or something. I don't think I've ever come across such a prima donna baby, but when it goes a step further outside of being a baby, I'm talking one Antonio Brown. I also think and expect the NFL to step in. You're protecting 100-year NFL. 100 years of NFL. It's inappropriate behavior that seems, by his Instagram video and his running through the yard, it was premeditated behavior, disrupting a team in their preparation for the opening week of football, completely disruptive to the coaches, the general managers, the players, seemingly premeditated, so he was released. Joe?
Yeah, I completely agree. And upper management, they're not going to put up with that kind of behavior. You know, they gave him his money, and he wants to be drama, have drama and stuff. They're just going to get rid of him. So with the Patriots, this acquisition, I like we said, the NFL is going to jump in. You know, probably.
Do you really believe that, Joe?
Yeah, I mean, I think so. They have to, right? They have to.
If we were speaking to a Patriots fan, and anybody that wants to chime in who is a New England Patriots fan,
yeah,
I want to hear from a New England Patriot fan. I know this is hard to do when you're a Patriots Boston fan. I'll just say Boston fan. But can you remove yourself from your passion and look at it from the outside a little bit, a New England, a Boston fan, and tell me what this looks like to you in his conduct and how it looks premeditated scheme to be released and then to get a contract in 4 hours on the table, and you're playing next week with the Patriots? I know right now, if I was a blind man, I would think I was at the fish market, Joe, because it's smelling a little fishy.
Yeah, I smell that odor as well. It's I don't understand it at all. You know, NFL is definitely gonna come in, and Antonio, I don't know where you're gonna be at.
He's gonna be like Terrell Owens doing sit-ups and push-ups in his driveway, I said.
Yeah, I can't wait to see that footage. It's gonna be funny.
It to me is a nightmare.
Yeah.
That being said, the Pittsburgh Steelers are going into New England. If this game were in Pittsburgh, I might think a little bit different about this, okay? A healthy Josh Gordon, Edelman, okay? Just them two and Brady, really? White, the best receiver coming out of the backfield, okay? Productive, I'll say. Look who he's got throwing the ball. Remember what Brady does. Brady passes the ball and hits you on the jersey every time on your hands, right there. Okay? Cool, calm, and collected every time. How could you not love that? Now, just a little side note here. I don't know about Brady's deep ball. And if I were to go look in it, maybe I will week 2 when we're expecting Antonio Brown, is take a look at the accuracy. You don't see many of the deep balls from Brady anymore. You had Gronk up the middle. How many times? Yes. 20, 30 yards. But with Antonio, are you getting that 40, 50-yard pass from Brady? I mean, are you going to get that?
Yeah, I think you do. Because as we saw when Randy Moss was with Tom Brady.
But that was a long time ago with a much younger arm.
Right.
We're talking 42 years old.
Yeah. I mean, he still looks good. I still think
does.
Antonio Brown puts up good numbers. Even though with Roethlisberger, you know, he put up real good numbers. But, yeah, I still think he puts up solid numbers. But I have the Patriots winning this game.
You have the Patriots winning this game?
Yeah, definitely.
Joe, I've got the Patriots winning this game, too. I might think a little bit different if it was in Pittsburgh. A lot of planning went into the first week, and that's what I'm getting, is that to me, in that opening week, even though someone is expected to win, I'm not so quick to give them that win when they're on the road first week. So it is exactly what you see with Kansas City.
Yep.
I'm not so quick to say Kansas City is going to be another Super Bowl team and they're going to win week 1 on the road. Just not so quick to do that. I'm taking the Patriots to win their home opener too. Edelman, Gordon, White, Brady, too much with a good defense. Too much, in my opinion, for almost anybody when they're at home. That's my opinion.
Yeah, that's
Too
it.
much for almost anybody when they're at home. The odds of them going to the Super Bowl have now changed to 4-1
Wow.
because of Antonio Brown.
Yeah, that'll definitely up your stakes in winning the Super Bowl. But yeah, the Patriots definitely win.
Man, this is going to be, Joe, is this not going to be an exciting day of football? It's like it took us so long to get there, and then we're finally there. Is this not going to be exciting?
I can't wait. Can't wait.
What is your, I don't know, appetizer of choice? What are you chewing on and putting down your neck on Sunday football, Joe? What is your snack of choice?
Right. So obviously that Bucs game, and then I want to see that Jacksonville Jaguars against the Kansas City Chiefs game. That I'm definitely going to be watching that one. That's going to be a good one to get your popcorn and eat.
Well, that's what I'm talking about.
Yep.
When I'm saying this is your groceries.
Yeah, that's my grocery.
What is your groceries of
All right.
choice
Yeah.
when you're sitting there with an NFL game on? Your grocery
okay.
of, and I'm going to say Sunday football because Sunday's different. A Sunday at home, Sunday football's different. You know what I do. I got my nachos and jalapenos hot. You take the nacho. You put a jalapeno, maybe 2, on the nacho. You put the shredded cheese. I like 3 cheeses, Joe. Joe, I go 3 cheese.
3 cheeses? Oh,
Three,
wow.
three cheeses, Joe.
Yeah, let me say my my snack. So I'll get together. I might make some popcorn, but I get the healthy GMO popcorn, no GMOs. And then you get some chicken nuggets. You get barbecue sauce.
Wait a second. Hold on. Chicken nuggets. You're
Chicken
you're
nuggets.
telling me you're getting those little freezer burnt chicken nuggets.
No, man, I might go to Chick-fil-A and get some grilled nuggets. Get
Whoa.
some grilled nuggets. Those are good at Chick-fil-A. And then you get I might get a Chipotle bowl. I'm not making stuff. I'm getting stuff delivered like Pizza Hut wings.
Totally the millennial here on the show, guys. We cook out, we get the grill going,
Yeah.
throwing stuff, and this guy's ordering out, and he's probably going to get an Uber to deliver it.
Yeah, wow, you read my mind.
Joe, that's awesome.
Yeah.
Guys, keep up with these millennials. They're using the melon here. They're cutting corners, okay? Cutting corners. He's going to call Uber delivery, and somebody's going to knock on the door. Knock on wood if you're with me. Someone's going to knock on the door and deliver you your get-up for your Sunday football, Joe.
Yes, sir. That's what it's going to be.
Back to my nachos and jalapenos, please. Yeah, put the 2 jalapenos on the nacho. You got it on a cookie sheet. Shredded cheese on the top. Throw it in the oven. Keep an eye. Put the oven light on until you see that cheese barely a little crispy on the edges. You pull them things out. Hello? Joe, hello?
Sounds good.
You like jalapenos, Joe?
Yeah, I like it hot. Yeah, definitely.
All right, you gotta go the jalapeno route, okay? Next up for the games, we have. How did that happen? Oh, how did that happen? Whoa! Oh, Giants are at the Cowboys. Giants at the Cowboys. You know, I jumped ahead when I gave you that Patriot game. That's the 8:20 game, by the way. Sorry about that, guys. That's the 8:20 game, okay? Get me back on schedule here. The Giants, for the 4:25 kickoff, are visiting the Dallas Cowboys, Joe.
Yeah, I think Eli Manning has a rough one today. I really think Dallas Cowboys defense is solid. They're going to go after Eli, and I have the Cowboys winning, and we have Zeke playing. So excited to see Zeke and Dak, how that connection is going to happen, or how that's going to go. And, yeah, I have the Cowboys winning it.
You got the Cowboys winning that. What do you think about Zeke and the load that they're going to give Zeke right away? He got his money. I mean, hats off to him. He got his money. Does he look a little chunky to you?
I mean, a little bit, but as a running back, you have to be a big guy to withstand all those hits. So, yeah, I think he gets good volume. I think they win.
I mean, speaking of food and everything like that, Zeke has quite the biscuit head. I mean, the dude from ear to ear, they measured it, and from ear to ear, from east to west, was 28 inches wide.
Yeah. He's a big dude. So.
I mean,
Yeah.
that is. There's a skull
Yeah, I
underneath
know.
that helmet. I mean, did he get the hair tightened right? Because there's no way he's putting on a Dallas Cowboy
Yeah.
helmet.
He definitely needs a haircut or something.
Did he tighten
Yeah.
it up?
He has to, doesn't he? To put on a helmet?
I mean, I think he does. He's got to tighten it up. I'm so close. Right now. So close. I'm so close right now to calling an upset here. I mean, I'm just seriously so close right now. Because I want to believe in the Giants. I really want to believe in the Giants. And with that being said, upset of the week.
Wow.
Here is the upset of the week, Joe. Ladies and gentlemen, upset of the week alert. Right now, the upset alert of the week, which I guarantee you has nobody calling this as an upset. The New York Giants go in to Dallas Cowboys with Zeke and win the game. And they win the game by pounding the ball and controlling the clock with one Barkley beast mode running back. They're going to win the game on the ground with clock management, nickel and dime passing from Eli Manning. Before you know it, what's going to happen? Low scoring game. The Giants win their opener. That is my upset pick of the week. My upset of the week. Joe.
You know, I like it. That's a bold prediction. So,
Upsets or upsets?
Yeah, upset. That's a good upset pick. I don't think it happens. You know, I just think they stack the box against Barkley.
If it does, is it an upset?
Yeah, definitely.
So we can definitely categorize this as an upset.
That's an upset.
Okay. You've still got time.
Right, I know.
You've still got time to change your mind. Moving right along, Joe. So you're taking Dallas in that. I should say, obviously.
Yep.
I knew you would. I want to, too. But I also know, Joe, there is always an upset every week. It has to be one of these teams, and if
Yep.
it's an upset, that means it's shocking, and it wasn't expected. And there you have it. My upset pick of the week, New York Giants with one Eli Manning, two-time Super Bowl champion, going into Dallas Cowboys that haven't been much in the last how many years? They made the playoffs last year. They made the playoffs. The Detroit Lions are visiting the Cardinals. The Detroit Lions go to Arizona to visit the rookie quarterback Arizona Cardinals, Joe.
I like Kyler Murray. I've been saying it. You know, I've been hyping him up. I think the Cardinals win against Detroit. Sorry, all the Detroit fans. I just think their offense is solid. You know, I like the college offense that they implement. And I think Kyler throws for, I'm going 2 touchdowns, you know, over 300 yards I think he throws against the Lions. I think Cardinals win it.
One word. Actually, yeah, one word. Stafford.
Yeah, I like Stafford. But they don't
Compare the two quarterbacks, Stafford, Murray. If you had a choice right now, not anything to do with anything, now,
okay.
and you were going to take one of these quarterbacks on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers right now, as a backup, we'll say, because I know you're a Jameis guy, who would you take? Would you take Stafford or Murray?
Stafford. Yeah. Stafford, I just think, I think the system he's running in, like with Matt Patricia, he's a defensive coach.
We like to call him Patty.
Yeah, he's just going to run the ball with Kerryon Johnson. So Stafford's dropbacks are just decreased. And Kyler Murray, man, he's going to have the ball a lot. So I think he's going to do really well.
I call him Patty, or I say Pat my.
Patty.
Or Pat my.
Okay.
Pat my dog. I just named either Patty or Pat my. So everybody wants to say Pat my. What's Pat my? I don't know what your my is. I don't know. For me, it's Pat my dog. Patricia. Patty. I don't know. The Lions going in with a defense that... Oh, we got Murph Man literally snoring on the show right now. Literally snoring on the show right now. Joe, how about the Detroit defense?
Yeah, the Detroit...
He's a defensive coach.
Yeah, he is a defensive coach. I'm trying to think who you guys have. You guys have Darius Slay. I think you guys got rid of Ezekiel Ansah. Yeah, I mean, he is a defensive coach, but, not much success last year. So I'm not too high on the Lions.
I'm not very high on the Lions either, but rookie coach in the NFL, rookie quarterback. Welcome to the NFL, my friend. It is not going to be pretty. I appreciate everybody's enthusiasm of watching this guy in the preseason. Watch after 4 and 5 series. Watch after what happens. Guys, this will be a marker for you to know if the Detroit Lions make Murray look like an inexperienced rookie who has a long way to go. That's going to tell you a lot about the Cardinals season with their rookie coach and rookie quarterback.
Yeah, I agree. But, I really like Kyler Murray, so I'm going to stick with him and stick with the Cardinals.
Man, I really need help from my Detroit boys here. I mean, because my Detroit boys, my Detroit fans, they don't ever care about going against Detroit. They'll tell you flat out. Detroit's getting their behinds kicked in this game. And, man, I could use some help right now on that one. Joe, would you think it's an upset if the Lions win?
No, I wouldn't call it an upset because these are both, below average teams. So, no, but I'm excited to watch it. I'm excited to watch Murray. I'm excited to watch Stafford. So, excited for the game.
I don't call it an upset either. And that's the thing is, I've got the Lions.
Okay.
Going into the Cardinals and winning this game, Joe.
Yeah.
I mean, and not just because of growing up being a Detroit Lions fans. I know. Okay, guys? But I also got to witness Billy Sims. A lot of you probably don't know Billy Sims. Barry Sanders. Live. I was there. Wow. So, but I know being a Detroit Lions fan it's tough, guys. It's tough. Don't get me wrong. But you know what you have week in and week out with these guys. I'd really like to see them do something to protect their quarterback, but I don't know how that's going to work. The Monday night football games, Joe. Monday night, Texans are at the Saints. Tough game, yeah. Joe. Texans at the Saints.
Yeah, real tough game. I have the Saints winning it, and mainly that's due to the fact because I'm not sure if the Texans can protect Deshaun Watson. I don't know if they can. And the Saints, coming in where they should have been in the Super Bowl last year, I think they're real mad about that. So I think they make a statement and beat the Texans. Close game, though, but it's going to be Saints win.
I'm with you 100% on this one. I believe the Saints are hot. I believe the Saints are going to get that Cajun Louisiana hot sauce. They're going to be hot once again. If I'm a team, few teams come to mind. If I am the New Orleans Saints, if I am the Pittsburgh Steelers, if I am the New England Patriots, I'm taking advantage right now of the fact that I may not have this franchise quarterback, essentially my franchise, for very much longer, and I'm going to do what I can with them in the same way that you saw, the Broncos do when they got Eli Manning. They knew what they were doing, and what happened? Hello? So, by the way, I'm very surprised that Tom Brady didn't ride off into the sunset last year.
Yeah.
I really am. But, so, back to the Saints. New Orleans, I really hope that you understand that this is the potential last time as you have Drew Brees on there. If you're going for one more shot at another Super Bowl, okay, this is it. I believe. You got to go for it. I'm taking the Saints to smack the Texans. That's the 7 o'clock, 7:10 kickoff for Monday Night Football. Texans are visiting the Saints, so Saints home field. The Broncos, with, thankfully for the Raiders, the Antonio-less Brown, because that guy was a sickness to that locker room. But I am still going to take the Raiders at home to beat the Broncos, Joe.
Yeah, wow. This is a tough game to call, too. I'm excited to see the Raiders defense. I know you've been, what's his name, Abrams? You've been,
I'm big on the rookie.
Big on Abrams. I like Farrell. I think they're, I'm going to have to go with the Broncos, though. I'm going to have to go with the Broncos just because that defense is so good. I think Flacco, we'll see how Flacco does, but I think he's going to nickel and dime as well. So I got the Broncos.
Which has become a veteran quarterback thing to do, nickel and dime. You don't have to hit the deeps. You don't have to do that. If the offense is designed around you, you can get rid of the football and you have a significant amount of accuracy, you can nickel and dime your way. It's hard to defend. It's very hard to defend, especially with the Patriots where you got someone like an Edelman that his first couple moves, and he's doing this slant route, and he's open like immediately. But the ball's got to be there, of course, because they'll catch him. I 100% agree with you on the Flacco thing. I agree with you on the defense, but I believe in this new Raiders team with the head coach John Gruden. Knock on wood if you're with me, and that comes right from Hard Knocks and John Gruden's little slogan he started doing with his team. I'm with you, Mr. Gruden and the Raiders. I'm looking for you guys to win your opener, the 2019 last season, before you guys go to Vegas in your brand new stadium. So I'm looking for the Raiders to hit the Broncos in the mouth, Joe.
Yeah, I like it. I just got it the opposite way, but are we done with teams, or should I pick an upset? Or?
We are done with teams.
I didn't need to pick an upset, man.
You've got time to pick an upset, Joe.
Yeah, so we went through all the teams. You know what? That breaking news that I got, I think I'm going to switch my pick up.
Look out. We've got a potential upset of the week coming from Joe. Joe, you're calling this upset based on the fact of an injury report coming out of the Chiefs.
Yeah, man. I think Nick Foles is going to have a good game. I think it's going to be a close game, but, I got to agree with you about your upset. I think the Jacksonville Jaguars, I think they win that game.
Wow, Joe,
Even though I said the
immediately-
Chiefs, but after the injuries, I just think Foles does well, and I think that defense is really good. So I'm gonna pick Jacksonville.
I did not see that coming, Joe. That's a good move.
Thanks.
And some of our fans agree with that move. We'll see what happens. By any chance, Joe, do we have a team, the sleeper? Do we have a sleeper team that you believe, even starting week 1, is going to be that team that all of a sudden we're realizing week 2 undefeated, week 3 undefeated, week 4 undefeated? Is there a potential sleeper team? Joe, we're looking for the Sleeping Beauty team. The Sleeping Beauty. Joe, do you got one for me?
I do. My Sleeping Beauty, I have a couple, but my one Sleeping Beauty that I think everyone's overlooking or not even looking at, the Seahawks, man. I think the Seahawks are going to be, they're trying to, like I said, they're trying to get back to that Legion of Boom defense, and their defense is solid. I really like Russell Wilson. I think Chris Carson's solid, and that's definitely my Sleeping Beauty. Not many people are talking about the Seahawks now.
That's a pretty good Sleeping Beauty team. I mean, it really is. And I'm going to tell you, Joe, I'm not ready to announce my Sleeping Beauty yet. I think I can still be early enough prior to next week, because one game, and if one win goes, you can't necessarily see, I told you it's a Sleeping Beauty.
Yeah.
So I think I'm fair if I can kick back. Is that all right, Joe, that I wait on my Sleeping Beauty?
That's fine.
I won't wait till week 4, obviously. But I will come out next week, maybe Thursday show. By the way, guys, Thursday, 7:30 show, 7:30 p.m., we're back on. I will wait either the Thursday or the Sunday. Guys, I want you to look for something. We did not do the Murphman pick yet. There is going to be a post that comes up. The post is going to go up on the Facebook and also on the live, leapalive.com, the network which we're streaming under. It'll be on the Sports Static page, the Leap Alive page. It'll be on all of the pages. Murphman's pick for Monday Night Football. Don't bet those Monday night games yet. We're actually going to have Murphman pick between the Broncos and the Raiders. He's going to make that pick between the Broncos and the Raiders. If you guys like to put a little bit of change on that game, wait for the Murphman. So, Joe, your Sleeping Beauties, the Seahawks,
Right.
they kind of have been quiet.
Yeah, they have. And, they loaded back up on defense. And I know Baldwin left, but I think Metcalf, I think he's going to have a good season. And with Lockett there, I honestly think they're pretty solid.
I like it. I believe it's a great pick for a sleeper. That's one I got to think about a little bit more because, you just don't know which one of them could be the true sleeper. And I take pride in picking those sleepers because most typically, Joe, they're the underdog, and I'm an underdog kind of guy. I
Yeah,
love the
same here.
underdog.
I love the underdog as well.
Last year was so much fun watching Cleveland. So much fun.
Yeah, it's going to be even more fun this year.
Oh, Cleveland's going to be knocking the socks off of people this year. Guys, we're about ready to check out so we can get ready. I got to get my nachos ready to go. So as I'm planning and checking out, make sure you guys do what I kindly asked you to do. Find Murphman, guys. Get ready for his pick coming up, because if you're going to bet, you want to stick with Murphman on his picks. He makes some great picks. Also, guys, be part of the show. Okay? Be part of the show. You got to go to leapalive.com/register. Be part of the show. When you register, you're getting the phone number to the live show. Okay? That way you can call right in and And when you call in, you're going right through the audio system here. You're live. I've got no control over that. You're live immediately when you call in. That's what I like about it. There's no screening. We just trust you guys to be talking football, okay? We trust you to be talking football. This isn't a golf show today. It's football. So we trust you for that. Never miss an episode, guys. If you do miss it, okay, you can go to leapalive.com. That last episode is right when you open the page. There's a player on leapalive.com. It's playing until the next show. It's right there. Right when you open up leapalive.com. Not only are you seeing this right now live, but that show will remain there until the next live broadcast. So don't miss it. You can always find the show. Remember what you want to do on YouTube as well, because this is Sports Static, and because we are 100% hosted by Leap Alive, I want you to go to Leap Alive on YouTube, find Leap Alive, and subscribe, because there's many more things for you to check out when you're there, guys. Many more things for you to check out while you're there. Joe, in closing, my friend.
Hey, in closing, like I said, guys, Bucks 1-0. I'm closing it out. I'm closing out and saying Jameis Winston, 4 touchdowns today. Great fantasy game today for Jameis Winston. Let's start off positive.
I like it, and I also like, Joe, how you are the true Tampa Bay fan. You got your team, and you close with that. In closing, for me today, let everybody know we got a lot of exciting things happening. Continue to comment even when this stream's over. Keep it going. I will be posting live updates on the comments of the stream. So throughout the day and during these games, and Joe, chime in with me as you go, that we're going to continue, Joe, to comment on the live stream.
Yeah, we want to interact with the fans, so call in.
Thank you, Joe. Thank you. And, Joe, when something exciting's happening on a game you're watching, put it right into the comment, Joe.
Yeah.
On the live stream.
Exactly. So we know what's going on, guys.
Guys, until next time, from Sports Spatic. Joe, did you hear that? I'm so ready to get the spatula out so I can flip some burgers. I called the show Sports Spatic. From Sports Static, I'm John. This is Joe, and we will see you guys on the 7:30 Thursday p.m. show. Enjoy the 100th season of the NFL on this football Sunday. Guys, enjoy yourself. Peace out.